Hey, brothers and sisters, this one from the leaders from the EFF, when say that Kenyan President William Ruto has just announced that he will not sign the 2024 financial bill in consultation with members of parliament. President Ruto states that they have taken a corrective decision to withdraw the 2024 financial bill. Power to the people of Kenya. When President Ruto said that our deepest condolences to the loved ones of the activists who were killed with their boots on their Kenyan's government. Apart from that, now we can see the EFF statement on the tragic killing of protest in Kenya. This oppressive response highlights the president's willingness to resort to deadly force to push through his finance bill, which clearly serves the interest of Western powers at the expenses of his own citizens. Uh, Economic freedom fighters strongly condemn the brutal action of the Kenyan police and the orders of the president that have resulted in the tragic death of 5 individuals protesting the financial bill 2024. The use of live ammunition on an MD citizen is utterly unacceptable and a blatant violence of human rights. On Tuesday afternoon, protesters marched on Kenya's parliament and police officers escalate tension of firing than 30 others instead of de-escalating the conflict. The Kenyan government those to acceptable, accept exacerbate it by deploying police and have also chosen to deploy the army under the guise of addressing a security emergency. President Russo's subsequent statement labeling some protesters as criminals and threatening to counter the violence and anarchy demonstrate a profound disgrace for the legitimate grievance of the Kenyan people. This oppressive response highlighted the president's willingness to resort to deadly force to push through his financial bill, which clearly served the interest of Western powers at the expense of his own citizens. This financial bill 2024, which aimed to export over $2.5 billion in taxes from an already overtaxed and struggling Kenyan's populace, is a direct consequence of the International Monetary Fund, IMF, and World Bank's recommendation. This predatory organization entangle developing countries in oppressive loans and enforce austerity measures that stunt economic growth and development, perpetuating a cycle of poverty and dependence. The EFF reiterates that the use of live rounds is unacceptable. That is well known that police have never been able to de-escalate anything. If anything, their presence always escalates things, and clearly President Ruto is willing to do this just to put his bill through. Additionally, deploying the military again your own people is simply unethical. Unethical. The role of military is to protect the nation, not to comfort and aid protesters with legitimate grievances. The EFF once again call upon President Ruto to immediately case the violent suppression of protesters, withdraw the military and policies from the street. They engage in meaningful dialogue with the citizens of Kenya. The violence the voices of the people must be heard and respected, not silent through bloodshed and intimidation. It is imperative that those responsible for these heinous acts are held accountable and that detained protesters are released without delay. The EFF stand in solidarity with the people of Kenya in their struggle against oppressive government and economic exploitation. They will continue to advocate for justice, peace, and the fundamental right of all people. of all African people. So this is the assessment from the EFF, what they stand on what's going on in Kenya. So brothers and sisters, kings and queens, sons and daughters in the continent of Africa, and those who are in diaspora, this is fact about Africa. What your thought on this? Please let us know on the comment section. This is fact about Africa. Let us meet on the next episode.